On February 10th, 2013, this is Advanced Lesson number 5. Welcome, Bridge friends. Michael here at BridgeHands, and we're off to another lesson on balancing seat bids in the passout seat. Now, you recall in our previous session, we took a look at some bids where we were bidding at the one level in a suit contract. We'll see some more of those today, but we're going to add some other variations. But first, let's go ahead and start with a brief review of what we've talked about so far. Now, you recall that first thing we did is we had to talk about whether we wanted to compete or not. Factors that we wanted to compete on when we're in the pass-out seat, one of a suit, pass. Now we get to borrow a king from our partner. That is virtually about 3 points from our partner to keep the auction alive. So when we would normally open 12 points or more, now when we have a good 9, maybe even an 8 point, maybe even a very shapely 7 points, we want to keep the auction alive to see if we can compete. Ideally, we would like to push them to the 2 level or even beyond to the 3 level. The 3 level belongs to the opponents. Okay, so some of the things we want to talk about is the shape. When we have a balanced hand, a 4-3-3, the hand is not as powerful for taking tricks as if it was a 4-4-3-2, a 5-3-3-2, a 5-4-3-1 if you're in a suit contract. Don't want that one in a no-trump contract, and so on. And the law of total tricks says when we have the shapely hands, something other than the opponent's suit, we want to try to compete, especially when we have favorable vulnerability and we're not at that 3 level, assuming that there's equal points at both sides. And normally, when we have an opening to our left and righty does not have a bid, well, then they don't have 6 points. So lefty, I suppose, could have 21 points, but we would think that our partner has the complement of whatever points are left over at the table. Okay, well, next we're going to take a look at pass-out seat, some of the downsides. Now, one of the things is that we want to be sure that we have a better contract than the opponents. If they're going to play in 1 club or 1 diamond, and maybe it's a convenient minor with only a 3-card suit, our partner has a big trump stack, or we have a big trump stack, then we're not going to want to push them, are we? So that would be one. Very unlikely that they're going to find a game contract if the righty does not have 6 points. Lefty has at most 21 points, or they're going to open 2 no trump or 2 clubs or some strong artificial bid. So it's unlikely that they're going to find game. But I suppose righty could be sleepy, missed that they had 6 points, had a card hidden behind. It is possible. We don't normally worry about the downsides in that type of a thing. We want to consider that vulnerability. And as we talked about earlier, we want to take a look at the things. Is it, are we non-vulnerable and they're vulnerable? Are we vulnerable and they're non-vulnerable? Are we both either non-vulnerable or vulnerable? And then what about this over here? What about the risk-reward relationship? Sure, yeah, if you and your partner kind of like to keep it down the center of the fairway, don't like to take a lot of risks, then you may not want to be so inclined to push when you're in the 4th seat. On the other hand, if you're a frisky bidder, you and your partner, don't mind a little pain once in a while, but 75% of the time you're going to get a good result, then sure, if you're going to get a good result more than half the time, you want to go ahead and kind of keep that auction going. You want to kick that can, keep the game in play, don't you? Also, we want to take a look at what the contract format is. Are you playing rubber bridge, where you get nice game bonus, or international match points? Is it a match point game? Those are some of the factors that will determine how hard you want to push. If you're playing in a rubber bridge or imp type format, then as long as they don't get the game, it's probably not going to cost a lot of imps or a lot of points. If it's a match point game, yeah, if you can get 10 points more than everybody else, you get the top at the table in the session. So sure, there you want to compete more vigorously in a match point format. And what about your values? Are they working values? Do you have potentially body cards? Do you have working honors in a suit, especially in the longer suits? Maybe even a promotable suit? Those will count for extras. Okay, so we took a look at some hands before last session, and we first took a look at situations where we should pass. We want to pass when we have a trump stack, a lot in the opponent's lefty suit, and not a lot of points. Sure, we we can set their one level contract and seemingly have nowhere better to go. Another is we just don't have the values. We have maybe a flat 8 or 9 points, and we just don't think it's worth pushing, even borrowing a king from our partner that gets us up to about 12. There are those times. Then we have the situation where we bid at the one level. We have effectively about 12 points or more, borrowing the king from our partner, and it looks like we have a good chance to compete. We'll look at some more of those today, and we're going to get into these last two. That is where we bid one no trump with less than 15 points, stay tuned, and situations where we make a double. That can be a type 1 double where we have coverage in the other suit, shortness there, even with less than 12 points, maybe even with less than 10 points because we're borrowing that king from our partner, borrowing 3 points. Or the type 2, that is where we double and then we make another bid, maybe a no trump after the double, or maybe a new suit after the double. We'll take a look at those. So we have 8 hands. We're going to see at the virtual table, and then we're going to head for the table where we have all 4 players. So let's go ahead and get started. See you there. Possible balancing bid actions would be one no trump and the double. Okay, so in one no trump situation, let's take a look and see if we can get some scenarios there. We have a pass, 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 and we have a nice hand. We have a 4-4-3-2 with Queen Jack 10 fourth in spades again, 2 baby hearts, Ace King 9 spot in diamonds, and Ace Jack 9-8 in clubs. So that is 15 points, 3 and 7 and 5. And yeah, we would, I believe, go ahead and after 3 passes, we would do what? I think we're going to come in at one no trump. We have our classic 4-4-3-2 hand. This is our typical one no trump with 15 to 17 points. No need to borrow a king because there's 3 passes. And sure, we'd want to go ahead and compete. Our partner may have 10 points, may have 11. Might put us in a 3 no trump contract, or we might have a spade fit and make 4 spades. Okay? Okay, let's take a look at another variation then. One diamond, pass, pass, and it's over to us. And we have effectively the same hand, except we don't have that king of diamonds. So rather than 15, this time we have 5 and 4 and 3 is 12. Okay, we have 2 honors in the 9 spot in the diamond suit. That should be a plus in lefty's suit. At least we got some intermediates there. And we have the correct points in the pass out seat, 15 to 17 open, borrowing 3 from our partner, so we have our 12 to 14 points, which we like to have. A reasonably good 14, wouldn't you say? We have some nice working spade honors there, reasonable intermediates in the minors, I would say. And what else? Well, we might make an overcall if we had a different hand, didn't we? If we had something else, under duress, we might make that one spade call. But with this shape, I'd say one no trump. Now, some of you don't like to do it with that heart doubleton. You would have made it before with 15 points, right? And there were 3 passes. So I think that now, once again, you want to go ahead and bid one no trump. Now, you and your partner need agreements in this pass out seat when you make that bid. If you bid 2 diamonds, is that a transfer to hearts? I think it is. Okay, but be sure you know whether you're playing systems on in the balancing seat. If you want to play it natural, the old standard American yellow card way, fine, that's okay. So 2 diamonds would be natural, so would 2 hearts or 2 spades, or just passing. You have to make some jump levels bids to make them forcing in that situation where you get more complexity. That's the price you pay. Sometimes when it's a more complicated transfer system, it's actually easier than having to have ones where you have to make jump bids to make them forcing. Okay, in our next hand, it is a 1 diamond pass, pass, and we have a 4-4-3-2 shape. It is king, queen, 4 times in spades, 2 small hearts, ace, 10-9 in diamonds, and ace, queen, jack, 9 spot in clubs. Okay, now we have the same 16-point hand, and we've added the ace, queen, jack, 9 spot in clubs. So what do you think? We could consider making a double and then rebidding no trump, right? Because we have a full no trump opener. We do have some diamond stoppers. We have better shape this time. We anticipate our partner will bid a heart response, in which case we could go one no trump, couldn't we? Now this hand is worth about 6 to 7 tricks. To make a 3 no trump contract, we would need about 3 tricks from our partner, and our partner sometimes will pass an overcall when they don't have the right shape. Maybe they're short in one of the black suits is what's preventing them from bid. So we could go ahead and make a takeout double first, and then after the takeout double, they bid 1 heart. We then bid 1 no trump. Now, if it happened to be where it was our righty that opened 1 diamond, we would overcall 1 no trump with this hand. But because we're in the pass out seat, we have a little different scenario here. So you recall that when it was this type of a hand to open, you'll open 1 no trump. When it's a righty that bids one of our suits, anything other than hearts, we would go ahead and bid 1 no trump. If it was hearts, we would make a takeout double. And when it comes around to us in the pass out seat, and they've bid anything other than the heart suit, we'll go ahead and make a 1 no trump overcall with 16 points, but we'll double first to show that we had that full opener. If you took away maybe a queen, then you could go ahead and bid the no trump straight away. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the next hand. It is a 1 heart pass, and we have a 4-4-3-2 shape. Queen Jack 10 4 times in spades, 2 small hearts, Ace 10-9 3 times in diamonds, Ace Jack 9-8 of clubs. So this time we have no heart stopper, so we certainly don't want to be in a no trump contract. We hold 4 cards in the other major, don't we? That's good. It's a spade suit. We love that. We have shortness in the hearts, nice cards in the other suits, don't we? We have a good 12 high card point hand, and it would be okay to double, even if we were missing the queen of spades in this time. Now we have how many? 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'd say even with 9 points, missing that queen of spades, I would still make a takeout double. So here for sure, go ahead and make a takeout double. Hopefully your partner is going to find that spade suit. Okay, very good. Next one we're going to take a look at is 1 heart pass, and we have a 5-4-2-2 shape. So ace, king, queen 4 times in spades, 2 small hearts, jack 5 times in diamonds, 2 small clubs. So we have no heart stopper. Well, that's a negative. We're not going to be looking for no trump there. We do have 4 spades with great honors. Very good honors, don't we? The perfect honors. Okay, so that's got to be a plus. We have a doubleton in clubs, so we can't make a takeout double. We also have a poor diamond suit. Don't we wish we had some of those primary honors, ace, king, queen 5 times in diamond suit? But in this case, it's a spade suit. We do have insufficient strength for a 2-level bid, like you saw earlier with the club suit. That jack 5th is not the best suit to add to distribution point. So with 10 high card points, questionable jack 5th as far as we get a distribution point, maybe, maybe not. What do you want to do? Yeah, you're going to want to bid 1 spade here, especially with the ace, king, queen 4 times. Now the queen, jack 10 4 times, that was a little marginal depending upon what type of contract you're playing, and whether it's contract bridge, imp format, then you're going to push a little bit with it's a match point game, but the others, maybe, maybe not. Depends on your risk reward that you have with your partner. Okay, how about a 1 diamond pass, and we have, wow, look at this hand. We have ace, king, queen 6 times in spades. That's a nice 6-bagger. 2 little hearts, 2 little diamonds, and ace 3 times in clubs. So that's 12 high card points, a couple distribution. So we love our spade suit quality. Remember, that was the honors plus the length. 3 plus 6 is 9. It is a semi-self-sustained suit. We could take a look at our losing trick count. So we've got no losers in spades, 2 losers in diamonds, 2 losers in hearts, 2 losers. We've got a 6th loser, even though it's only 13 points. This is a very strong hand. Better than the typical 7 opener, which 7 losing trick count is normally a 5-3-3-2 shape. So our spade suit, we like this semi-self-sustained. We have 6 loser trick. We have all primary honors. That's another plus. If we borrowed a king from our partner, well, we get 2 distribution points here. That gets up to about 18 points, doesn't it? So what are we going to bid? Yeah, we're going to make a type 2 double. We're going to go ahead and make a bid where we first of all double, and then we're going to go ahead and bid our suit of 1 spade. So double first, type 2, then come back with that. So very strong hand. even though it's only 13 high card points. Next hand then, let's take a look at a 1 diamond pass, and we have a 4-4-3-2. Nice points here. Look at them right off the bat. We have 7 in diamonds, 4 in clubs, 4 in hearts, and another 2. So queen 10, 4th in spades, ace double 10 in hearts, ace king 4 times in diamonds, and ace 3 times in clubs. So we have a very balanced hand. We have nice shape in this hand. We have a lot of primary honors here, don't we? So that's got to be a plus. We have a full 17 high card point opener, all by our lonesome, even though we're in pass out seat. And if we were to borrow a king in the pass out seat, that's 17 and some more, isn't it? Okay, up to about 20 points is what it values when we borrow that virtual king from our partner. So we're going to double first and then bid 1 no trump. Now, if we were making this call right after, righty who's bidding it, yeah, you would go ahead and make a 1 no trump call there. But because we're in the pass out seat, we have to double first and then make the bid. Okay, so how about 1 diamond pass, and we have a 4-3-3. King, queen, 3 times in spades, queen 3 times in hearts, ace 10-9 little in diamonds, and ace jack 9-8 in clubs. So we have 5 and 10 and 4 and 2 is 16 high card points. We have 2 honors and the 9 spot in the diamond. That's got to be helpful. We have too many points in the pass out seat, quite a few for a 16 pointer to make a just bid of 1 no trump. But we have a 4-3-3 shape. Did you catch that? That's the downside here. Now I like that we have those secondary cards, the intermediate cards in the minor suit. That is a plus, but I'm a little troubled by this 4-3-3 shape. Also, with a queen 3rd in hearts, I'd really rather it was a primary honor. It's better than jack 3 times, but there's a couple downsides in this. So even though it's 16 points, and you might want to borrow a king and make a double and then make the bid, I'm not so sure. I think I'm going to go ahead and settle for a 1 no trump. I tend to downside when I've got a 4-3-3, take off about 1 trick. So I don't want to borrow a full king from my partner. You may want to. Maybe you'll have better luck than I do. Different strokes for different folks. That's just my Kentucky windage on it. Okay, on our 3rd and final hand, love to do more, but we're a little short on time. We'll save some for part 2. We have a lot more on these to go through. So once again, same auction. That was 1 heart, pass, 1 spade in the south. I think that the takeout double and end up playing 4 spades in the north would be better. But anyway, after 1 spade, pass 3 spades, pass 4 spades, auction passes out. We have the tough lead of either a spade or a diamond. Some of you may want to lead from the jack 3 times in clubs. Never my favorite leads. Okay, so the opening lead was, let's say, the queen of diamonds. And the winning play is the 8 of diamonds, a low diamond, or the 10, but not the ace. Now, how can that be? We say that when we've got a 6 or 7 card side suit and they play it, they're getting ready to ruff. True. But let's take a look at our inferences, as Eddie Cantor would say. Number 1, they led the queen. That denies the king unless they're playing Rusno leads or something. So they played the queen from, it looks like, high-low. It's not a sequence because we've got the jack and the 10. East is encouraged with the 7. Looks like they've got the king. All right, it would be correct to win this trick if we had the ace of trump and we could start playing some trumps, but we don't. So they're going to get in once we start to pull trump. Another fact for our inference. And then if they come back with a diamond to the king over in the east, what will happen? Well, we saw that. They came in with the king. They came back with another diamond. As long as there's 2 held by Westy, they're going to get a ruff. And they get the ace of hearts, and it's down 1, isn't it? So our pros are going to look at this hand for quite a bit. They're going to think it out. They're going to notice that they're missing the ace of trump and use that as the red flag to say, don't win the first trick. You have to do a holdback to disrupt the transportation from east-west. It could have been a singleton, I suppose. You know, that is possible. We don't know. If it was singleton, we'd have to worry about him getting back in anyway if the ace is over here, right? So, okay, we hold back one time. They can play it again or not. They play it again, goes up with the king. We win the ace, but now there's no way to get back to this hand because we've got those other lower jacks and tens, correct? Okay, so we go ahead and play a low spade up to the 10. We play another spade. They win it. They do not have a diamond to get back to get the rough, do they? So at this point, they might as well play a spade back, win with the queen. We play a club to the king, take our ace of clubs. A diamond comes back to our 10, which has now been promoted. We can get the finesse on the heart situation, whatever. We've got 6 tricks. We've got 4 more coming our way. Yeah, this is one of those things where on trick 1, I know I play them fast sometimes in the interest of time, but you want to look at this hand for maybe a minute or so and notice this deficiency that you don't have the ace of spades. And because it wasn't the top of a sequence, the other partner did have the top of sequence. And once they get back to that hand, after they win the ace of spades, whoever's got it, they'll get to the other side. And it's all over as long as they have at least a double 10 of spades.